With 6 World Cultural Heritage Sites, 3,246 immovable cultural relics, 428 key cultural relics protection units of all levels, and 159 diverse museums, the city of Xi'an in northwest China is indeed a natural history museum.
We're in Xi'an, and this is the bell tower. Believe it or not, this 600-year-old building is actually one of the youngest historical sites in the city.
Really? So exactly how old is this city?
Xi'an has a very rich history that can date back 3,100 years. For much of its history, it was referred to as Chang'an. It served as the capital city for 13 dynasties and was also the starting point of the Silk Road.
So if you only had one day to explore China's culture and history, Xi'an would be the ideal destination.
Absolutely. Let's begin our one-day trip to explore the enchanting qualities of this cultural city and find out what culture means for people here.
A typical day in ancient Chang'an usually started with a morning meeting at the Imperial Palace of Daming between the emperor and officials in the Tang Dynasty, a period regarded as a golden age of ancient China. The area covered by Daming was 4.5 times that of the Forbidden City in Beijing.
Just imagine the grandeur of the ancient halls. This was the political heart during the dynasty's prime.
And also a cultural center too. Tang Dynasty was home to a historic community of literati and some of the finest Chinese poetry ever written. The palace was where Tang emperors would meet with foreigners just like you.
Amazing. I heard that at one point around 10,000 foreigners lived in Chang'an, including some individuals from as far away as the Eastern Roman Empire.
To this very day, the city of Xi'an continues to embrace openness and inclusiveness in its culture. The remains of the imperial halls are now frequented by ordinary people, making history a part of daily life in Xi'an. Amidst the morning exercisers, a British man has taken on the role of cultural explorer, much like those who came before him over a millennium ago. Robin Gilbank has lived in Xi'an for over a decade. Before moving here, he knew nothing about the city except for the terracotta warriors. That was until a Chinese friend taught him a useful metaphor.
When you visit China, it's like encountering a tree. If you want to see the new growth, go to Beijing or Shanghai or even Shenzhen. But if you want to get to the roots of the civilization, then you have to really come to Xi'an. And I could say that you almost never can get bored here. There's always something new to find, always something new to see. And it's not just the grand tourist attractions, that the alleys and the side streets and things are full of life.
Robin, as an associate professor at Northwest University in Xi'an, has worked alongside his Chinese colleagues in translating over 30 Chinese novels into English. In his own words, this opportunity has allowed him to learn an enormous amount.
So this was a further part, an extension of cultural exploration. Learn the importance of tradition, the importance of dialect, the importance of a sense of belonging, that Xi'anxi people are enormously proud of their heritage and their culture, their identity as well. I admire that Chinese people have a sense of neighborliness and community which has been lost in a lot of Western countries. People also have a sincere sense of national pride. People look for the things which unite them rather than divide them. So I think that's a valuable lesson for us all.
I love walking in places where I can feel history. And taking a trip to Xi'an would be incomplete without visiting a museum.
That's why here we are, Xian Museum. It houses over 110,000 pieces of cultural relics.
Well, you know, it really is like taking a trip back in time, but I think we're going to need the help of an expert to guide us.
Sure.
当时出土了大概有17件这一套，现在我们只展出了这个，大家都非常喜欢这几个大女俑，能展示唐代的那个女性雍容华贵、慵懒的。你看，尤其这慵懒的，你都学着她的表情，都很有意思的。
这都不一样，对吗？
每一个都不一样，
不一样是吧？表情都不一样。你看它这个。
对对对。
然后这你可以看到，就是我们前一阵儿修过的国太后墓出土的一些，当时也是就是2个学生正修的呢，当时就是那种状况。然后经过我们修复以后，你看，是不是我很自豪？
对，
嗯。
She was very happy to show the pieces that she has restored.
啊，哇，
对，厉害。
Behind these treasures are a group of guardians like Jia who have dedicated themselves to relic conservation. Jia has spent most of her life restoring relics from the Han and Tang dynasties.
我经常干就滑丝了，就我真的是那个啥，到了点儿都不知道。很早以前在这儿做的时候，我们的库房门都锁了，把我锁到里头了，有这样的事情。反正我很享受这个修复的这个过程，能把这些东西呈现给观众，我也觉得很高兴。这个让这个文物真实在在的告诉观众，这个文物它在，比如在唐代、在汉代、在西周，在各个时期，这个它的一些历程吧，也能更好的传承一些咱们中国的古代文化，让它更有价值。我觉得这个是它的价值所在吧。
As the night falls, the fun is just the beginning.
The true beauty of ancient Xi'an comes to life under the shining lights.
This commercial street area is actually called Grand Tang Mall. With its many innovative entertainment products, it has become a must-see destination for tourists. It offers unique insight into how creativity has stimulated interest in traditional culture.
Traditional clothing, traditional performances, traditional art. It really feels like we've gone back to ancient Xi'an.
This expansive amusement complex, inspired by the Tang Dynasty, offers visitors the opportunity to not only enjoy ancient architecture and spectacular lighting displays, but also participate in interactive performances that have gone viral on social media. Affectionately known as the Tumbler Toy Lady, Feng Jiachen has captured the hearts of many with her graceful dance moves.
我们中华传统文化是非常绚丽多彩的，也有非常多丰富的内容。通过创新融合的方式，古为今用嘛，然后结合我们现在的一些互动的新形式，以及增加了我们舞台的一些舞美的新科技，用创新保护传承的形式，让大家看到1000年前传统文化之美，让我们的文化出圈。
And it now reaches international audiences.
The creative innovation here is the very smart and clever way of connecting the very developed technology while still preserving the most treasured characteristics of Chinese culture.
This city is a blend of modern and ancient culture.
It's not just about sightseeing, but it also has to do with the people and the interactions between the people.
Rick just bought 2 tigers. How much?
50
50 yuan for 2. Remember what we seen in the museum?
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah. Same face.
Chubby face.
Right.
In addition to a spectacular array of dance performances, talk shows, and parades, there is also a Tang Dynasty-themed mall where tourists can get a taste of the ancient lifestyle. The alluring surroundings make it hard to resist trying on one of the traditional outfits and feeling like a time traveler.
This is really, really nice to be able to dress like in history. And how do I look? Pretty sharp, huh?
今天我教您一个手势，这个样子，我们的左手搭右手，然后这个捏拳，然后万佛。
A variety of creative projects, shows, and even souvenirs have made Xi'an more popular than ever before. In the just past May Day holiday, the city received 13 million tourists, bringing in a revenue of 10.7 billion yuan and an unprecedented passion for traditional culture. More guests are anticipated to visit the open, inclusive, storied, yet vigorous city of Xi'an, as it will host the China Central Asia Summit on May 18th and 19th. As the first major diplomatic activity hosted by China this year, the summit will be chaired by Chinese President Xi Jinping. Central Asia is where the Belt and Road Initiative was initiated. Therefore, it is of great symbolic importance for the China Central Asia Summit to be hosted at the starting point of the ancient Silk Road.
As our day soon draws to a close, we found ourselves filled with the sense of wonder and discovery. Tales of Xi'an seem endless. There's so many more places to uncover. Looking back, how would you describe the day here?
Well, I can wrap up what I've learned today in Xi'an with 3 words that speak of culture: communication, conservation, and creativity.
Very eloquently put. Cultural exchanges have helped Xi'an foster an open and inclusive environment. Conservation efforts have preserved the essence of the city, and creativity has made traditional culture a hit among younger audience.
This city is so energetic and vigorous, it really amazes me. And there's one more word that I would use to describe Xi'an: confident.
Great word.
We've had a great time here. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
See you.